Boo! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up half.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them games, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at TTG, True Trading Group. I am thrilled to have you all with us here tonight. Before we do get into tonight's session, and it's a big one, I'm going to go over some of my stuff, my market outlook for 2025. The report is finished. The report is ready. Members of TTG, we are going to invite you guys all into the main chat room immediately following this live stream so that we could go over all of this with you in main chat. So you guys can download it and everything else. So the wait is now over. The wait is now over. But before we get into tonight's session, right? Before we get into tonight's session, we do first have to thank our partners and our data providers at Benzinga, TradingView, the NASDAQ, CBOE, and of course, OpenAI. Guys, these companies are the foundation of what powers True Trading Group, and we're grateful to be able to provide our platform with their data and tools all integrated to help you guys to learn, trade, and profit consistently. This innovation has not gone unnoticed as we are the recipient of the 2024 Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. There it is. Sexy little award right there. My business partner and I actually in New York City just a couple months ago receiving that award. There we are up on stage. It's nice to see industry leaders like Benzinga taking notice of what we are doing at the True Trading Group platform, integrating AI technology to help our members make money, help them come up with trade ideas, analysis, game plans, entry, exit, stop losses, positions, psychological questions, okay, analysis, whatever it is, you name it, our tool can do it. Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. But, Benzinga is not the only company that's taking notice of what it is that we're doing. We actually had the NASDAQ. We signed a data partnership agreement with the NASDAQ. They kindly invited my business partner and I down to witness and partake in the closing bell. And there we are at the closing bell. And then to celebrate, they put our name and logo up on their big LED screen in the middle of Times Square to give our company and our logo and our brand some recognition. And it was really a big day and was a big year. It was a big year for True Trading Group as we're getting that recognition and notoriety from industry leaders. And I'm more excited though for 2025. I'm more excited for 2025 for what's to come as we continue to build out this platform with all of the AI technology that we have on our platform. Our goal is to build out a retail trading version of something comparable to a Bloomberg terminal. Bloomberg terminals have extra tools and resources and data that retail traders do not have access to. They just don't. They just do not have access to it. Have access to those tools, and retail traders don't necessarily get Bloomberg terminals because they're so incredibly expensive, $30,000 a year, right around for you guys to have them. So hedge funds, professionals use that stuff. And also a big shout out to Bloomberg TV, by the way. Bloomberg TV live on YouTube for never. We're actually giving out some gifts. We're actually giving out some gifts to the Bloomberg TV channel earlier today. So big shout out there and big shout out to them. But anyway, this isn't just about awards, right? This isn't just about awards though, because True Trading Group, it's about being part of a community that's constantly growing, learning, and pushing the boundaries of what's really possible when it comes to trading and investing. Members of TTG are part of something real special. I couldn't be any more proud to be on this journey with each and every single one of them. So I hope you guys are ready to roll up your sleeves tonight. Let's get down to business. Let's talk about how we're going to make some money. If this is your first time hanging out on the True Trading Group YouTube channel, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button, show some love, smash that like button like you just hit your biggest trade you ever have, and of course, turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. We're dropping golden nuggets and giving you guys free lessons, education, trade ideas, market commentary, analysis that can help you all make money. Now, I know what you're probably thinking first is, why should I listen to anything it is that this guy has to say? It's not because I think that I'm the world's greatest trader. It's because I did not figure this stuff out on my own, and I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My first job out of college, working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the big stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader at TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we have helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We have 10,000 members in 115 different countries, truly a global community. There's something here for everybody at True Trading Group. So welcome. Hope you guys are ready to get down to business. Before we do go any further, though, I want you to stop what you're doing. Make sure you're watching this video live. At the bottom left of your screen, you should see a red dot next to the word live. If you do not, that means you're watching the video delayed. That is important because I'm doing a giveaway later tonight where if your name is called, you'll have to give me 2 code words that I give you during this live stream, and you'll have 2 minutes to do so. If you are watching this video 15 minutes delayed, I call your name, 2 minutes come, they go, and you miss out on your prize and you won't know any different. So again, make sure you're watching live. Click the live button. Make sure you see that red dot next to your username. All right. That takes me to the first code word. Okay. That takes me to the first code word for tonight's giveaway. The second code word I'm going to give you guys later on during the live. Okay. But the first code word you're getting right now. The first code word for tonight's giveaway is stock. Real simple. You guys all know that one. That's not one that needed much, right? Stock. Stock is the first one. All right. Stock is the first code word for tonight's giveaway. Write it down. You're going to need to know it later. And the second code word is going to be coming later on during this live stream. All right. So there you go. The first code word is stock. All right, folks. That takes me to kind of really the main focal point of tonight's live stream. You guys got to forgive me. There's something going on with my eye. My eye is itching like crazy. It's tearing. I can't even see. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But tonight I want to talk to you guys about, obviously it was an inauguration day. We've got to talk about what we think the markets are going to do in 2025 and what are some areas of the market that I see opportunity. What are some themes for 2025 that we can look at? What are some risks that I see for 2025? What are some sectors and areas of the market that I really like for 2025? Futures are trading up nicely right now. The Russell's up 1.5%. The NASDAQ is up over 0.5%. The S&P is up over 0.5%. The market rally that we experienced last week, and it was a big rally that we got last week. The market rally we got last week is continuing here right now in the overnight future session, and we are running right into a very big level of resistance that a lot of traders are watching, obviously including myself, and I'm going to share with you guys not just my thoughts and my outlook on what I think is going to happen in 2025, but I'm also going to give you guys a handful of trade ideas that I have for this week, okay? A handful of trade ideas that I have for this week particularly, all right? So this is some of the stuff that we're going to be covering with you guys here now today. All right. Now we got some breaking news. It also looks like Robinhood just allowed Trump coin on the platform. The other place before that was an app called Moonshot. But it looks like Robinhood has just allowed Trump coin. Trump coin was actually a meme coin that was just launched a few days ago, and it just went absolutely bonkers from like what pennies or something all the way to $100. Was absolutely an unbelievable meteoric rise in that crypto. And then Melania coin was released as well. And that had a big run and a big pop as well going into the inauguration. And I know it's probably something a lot of people have been following over the weekend and that a lot of people have been seeing on social media, or maybe you guys have been traded and made money yourselves. But I think that as crazy of a move as this was, obviously going up thousands of percent in a matter of just a couple of days, I think it really is a I don't know. I feel like it kind of foreshadows or kind of tells a tale of what we could possibly expect with crypto over the next several years. And crypto is a part of the market that I am bullish on. I actually do talk about it in my 2025 market outlook report. And I do think that Bitcoin can continue to move higher. One of our biggest trades of the year in 2024 was actually a Bitcoin related trade. In September, we got very bullish on Bitcoin and MicroStrategy and Coinbase and the others. And we actually got ourselves into MicroStrategy for a swing trade to capitalize on what we believed was going to be a run and a rally in Bitcoin to new all-time highs. And then at the time in September, we had said September and October, we said, well, if Donald Trump wins the election, we believe that that's a catalyst that takes Bitcoin to a new all-time high. So we were kind of riding that rally into the election, and post-election he won, and then Bitcoin went absolutely bonkers and went crazy as part of the Trump trade. So it ended up being that MicroStrategy swing trade for us, and I could just pull it up on my chart and just kind of show you guys up on the screen right now, was actually one of the biggest trades, was the second biggest trade that we made all year in 2024. And you guys can see we were able to capitalize on this big rally that we saw in MicroStrategy. So we've been following Bitcoin and crypto very, very, very closely. And even TTG's own Shug, my business partner, Adam, he definitely made money on it. I don't know any other details, but I know he did on the Trump coin stuff. And I think even the MicroStrategy and the Bitcoin play as well. He's very active and follows the crypto markets very closely. But MicroStrategy ended up being a very, very, very great trade for us. So as we go into 2025, I still like to have a focus here because crypto has rallied into the expectations and the belief that you're going to have a very crypto-friendly administration with very friendly crypto regulation. As Donald Trump has said, he wants to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. He also wants to build a crypto reserve for the United States. And these are things that are very important because of very simple supply and demand. When I look at Bitcoin, I think to it's a finite asset, right? We know there's only going to be a certain amount of Bitcoin ever. You can't just continuously manipulate or increase supply like you could gold or some of these other precious metals. I mean, Bitcoin is always compared to gold as being a better alternative or a different alternative to gold. So when you look at that comparison, there is that finite number of Bitcoin. If you're going to have if you're going to have clear and friendly regulation that could continue to expand institutional adoption of crypto, specifically Bitcoin. And if you get a further acceptance and a further adoption of Bitcoin amongst institutions, okay, there's a lot of institutions out there that still do not let their clients hold Bitcoin or house Bitcoin at their firms. There are 401k and retirement plans. There are pension funds that are not allowed to own Bitcoin. If you get clear-cut friendly regulation, you may see some of that change. You may see a lot of 401k providers and 401k plans begin to accept Bitcoin as a holding in retirement plans. And you might see pension funds begin to start diversifying their portfolios to try to capitalize on more growth by adding crypto and Bitcoin. If that happens, those are long-term buyers. Those are people and institutions that buy Bitcoin, they stash it away in their portfolio, and it never then sees the light of day. It's not like a bunch of traders that come in and buy Bitcoin and they flip it and they sell it out a month later, or it goes up 50% and they dump it. It's not short-term trading like crypto and Bitcoin was predominantly for the last many, many, many years until you had the adoption of Bitcoin ETFs. And you started to see in these recent last year or two, you started to see this institutional adoption of Bitcoin. And now you're starting to see long-term buy and hold. Of course, you had individual retail investors that were long-term buy and hold, but from an institutional standpoint, that's been missing in the Bitcoin market over the last decade. If that begins to happen, that takes tradable supply out of the market. If the United States builds a crypto reserve, that takes Bitcoin out of the trade. That takes that amount of Bitcoin, and it will be a large amount, out of the tradable supply. And if the United States does that, you bet your ass that all of our allied countries will then also start building crypto reserves. That means places like Canada, the UK, Germany, France, these countries are all going to follow suit with the United States, and they're going to also start building Bitcoin reserves, because if the United States does it, then all these other countries will do it as well. That means a much lower amount or a smaller amount in the tradable supply. So as demand continues to increase with all these different countries building Bitcoin reserves, and as demand continues to increase, as friendly regulation and adoption of institutions starts to come into play, it becomes a simple demand outpaces supply. When demand outpaces supply of an asset, the price of the asset goes up. So that's why I'm bullish on crypto. The one caution that I will give you is that we know that Bitcoin is an extremely volatile asset. Okay, you've seen Bitcoin go up, down 50% in the blink of an eye. Bitcoin has already rallied in the anticipation of friendly regulation, but also quick regulation. If for some reason you do not get as friendly of a regulation as people anticipated, or it doesn't happen as quickly as people would have liked, you may start to see people get a little anxious, and you could begin to see a pullback in Bitcoin if you don't quickly get clear-cut friendly regulation around the crypto. So that's the thing that I would caution you about. I think that there's a beautiful support level around like the mid to low 70,000s. If we ever got to pull back down to the 70,000s, you're going to need a 25% pullback or so from where we currently trade at to get down into that region. But if you get back down to that region, that for me is an absolute no-brainer buy. I do think that we could see a pullback in Bitcoin, as we always have. I would be surprised if we didn't, but I do expect Bitcoin to continue to move higher over the course of the next few years. Under a Trump presidency, I do believe that there's a lot more room to the upside for a new all-time high to be made over the next several years. And I'm going to be a buyer of Bitcoin if we get close to the 70,000s or so. So these are just one of the topics that I discuss in my market outlook report for 2025. And the market outlook report is something that I publish every year for members of TTG. I publish it either the last week of December or the first week of January. This year, I'm a little late. I had COVID, then my daughter had COVID, then my wife had COVID. It was just this onslaught of just not being able to get anything done. So I appreciate the patience from all of our members, but that report is finished. It is finalized. You guys are all going to have it in your hands tonight. We are also going to be opening up the main chat room inside of True Trading Group immediately following this live stream. And we invite all of our members to come on and hang out in main chat so that we can give you guys actually the download link for the stock market outlook report there tonight. So you guys can start going through that and start to see what my ideas and what my stock picks are for 2025. All right. So it's going to be exciting. But that market outlook report is something that we really look forward to. You know, I really enjoy doing it. And at True Trading Group, we day trade, of course. We swing trade, of course. Every day there's day trades and there's swing trade alerts called out. We trade stocks, we trade options, we trade futures. Every day there are stock, option, and futures trades inside of True Trading Group. Every day. Okay. Remember, there's myself and 8 other professional traders that are moderators in TTG that alert our trades, that call out our entries and our exits. We tell you where our orders are, what we're thinking, what we're doing. You guys know exactly what it is that we are doing before we even actually do it. Then you get a real-time push notification sent directly to your cell phone from our mobile app if you can't be in front of your computer. 82% of our members have a full-time job. Okay, so that mobile app is very important. They get real-time push notifications when we send out trade alerts, when our traders get in or out of position. That's how so many of them are able to follow along with what it is that we're doing and benefit from what we do inside of True Trading Group. Okay, so make sure that you guys obviously download that, the mobile app. It's free when you guys are members, and you guys can participate and get all those real-time trade alerts. But aside from the active trading, we also focus on long-term investing. And I believe that the stock market is the greatest wealth building vehicle that anyone will ever encounter throughout their entire life. I think that there is no greater way to improve the financial status of your family, for yourself and your loved ones, but for generations to come. I think that there's no greater decision that you could make throughout your life that could ensure that your children will live a better life than you lived, other than the decisions that you will make investing into the stock market at the right times and in the right things. At TTG, we've built out a junior program, a junior scholar program inside of True Trading Group, where our lifetime members that have young children that want to get them started and get them started early. We actually have a way for people to have their kids begin to be educated and start to learn and have access to education material to get them knowledgeable at an early age about investing in the stock market, because the earlier that you can start your children investing, the better off they're going to be later in life. And just because you might be sitting here today in your 50s or 60s or even 70s thinking to yourself, it's too late for me. It is never too late, and it is never too early for you to start getting involved and start being active in the stock market. These stock market outlook reports that we have put out for the last 5 years have been with one simple goal: outperform the S&P 500. Okay. Outperform what is happening in the markets. If you just sat there and just bought the SPY and just sat there and did nothing, we are going to figure out ways that we can generate an exponentially larger return than that. And we have accomplished that exact goal for the last 5 years. I am hopeful that we can accomplish that for the 6th. We have been spot on with a lot of our calls over the last several years. To recap 2024, what was some of the ideas that I had in 2024 that I was the most right on? Well, going into 2024, I said that I believed there'd be a growth scare at some point in 2024, and I did not believe that we would go into a recession. You guys remember going out of 23 into 24, there was a lot of talk and there was a lot of worry about possibly a recession. In my report for 24 that was published the first week of January of 2024, I said, I think we avoid a recession, but not without a growth scare. I think there's going to be a growth scare, and I'm going to be a buyer of that growth scare. We got that growth scare in July and August of 2024, right there with a near 10% pullback in the S&P. And just like we said we would do, on August 5th, we were very aggressive buyers in the long-term portfolio in all of our favorite tech stocks: the Apples, the Amazons, the Alphabets, the Microsofts, the Metas, the Nvidias, the Broadcoms, the CrowdStrikes, the Palo Altos, the Datadogs, the Salesforces of the world. These are all the stocks that we stepped in and started buying on that day. We also bought new positions in Palantir, in Kava, in Uber, just to name a couple of the companies that we bought on August 5th. That is the part of my market outlook report in 24 that I was the most right on. My commodity pick for 24 was also gold. Gold had a massive year, broke out to all-time highs. We trimmed that position at 2,600 an ounce, but still in a bulk position on gold. And I will continue to hold that gold position to be a nice inflationary hedge for 2025 in the event that inflation begins to pick back up, which is a potential risk in 2025 that I think investors need to be aware of. You need to understand what are the signs that inflation is beginning to tick back up, other than just, oh, the CPI number came in hot. What are some of the things that we can look for? What are some of the things that we can do to protect our portfolios against a possible uptick in inflation? Because an uptick in inflation is a very realistic possibility for 2025. I do think inflation is going to be stickier in 2025. I think that there's going to be a moment, there's going to be a period of time in 2025 that people on TV, all the talking heads, everybody is going to be saying and comparing what happened in the 1970s. Get ready for it. I think at some point this year, for like a month, you're going to hear people talk about the 1970s resurgence in inflation, because it is one of the most vicious periods of unanchored inflation that anyone on this live stream would have been alive for or could possibly remember, that we can look back at in recent time. In the early 1970s, inflation began to run higher. They raised interest rates. Inflation came back down. They then released that restriction. They started to ease off on the policy, and then inflation picked back up, and inflation ran away and became unanchored and was uncontrollable. Inflation is a lot harder to control if it gets back up off the mat. Inflation is like you knock somebody, it's a heavyweight bout, you knock them down and they're on the mat, but if you let them get back up, they're a lot harder to knock back down the second time, because now they're pissed off and they're angry, and you got a whole other world of problems to deal with. Inflation, if it ticks back up the second time, usually cannot be controlled with minor raises of rates. You need a very sharp increase in interest rates to get way ahead of inflation to push it back down. That is what happened in the late 70s into the early 80s. That's when Paul Volcker came on as the Fed chair and just smashed the economy with massive interest rate hikes. And that caused a double dip recession in the early 80s. In 1980, we went into recession, came out of it in 81, went back into it in 82, and then back out of it in 83. And you got 2 market crashes in the early 80s. Everybody's going to start to compare what's going on now to what happened back then. And when that happens, you should see the 10-year yield move higher, and you should see people start to get very nervous about inflation. That causes equity prices to go down, and that fear, that inflation fear, because that is exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a moment of fear where everybody is nervous that inflation is going to get out of hand. People are going to start talking about the Fed might have to raise interest rates. I'm telling you, you're going to hear these conversations at some point this year. And people are going to get scared. And the market's going to go down. And I'm sitting here now today on January 20th of 2025 telling you that if and when that scenario happens this year, I will be a buyer. I do not believe that inflation is going to get to a point where the Federal Reserve must raise interest rates. I think we're going to get to a point where the Federal Reserve is not going to cut interest rates, but I do not believe we're going to get to a point where they're going to have to raise. Now, if I'm wrong about that and the Fed has to raise interest rates this year to fight inflation, then I will begin selling in my long-term portfolio, as I would believe at that point, the likelihood of a recession into 26 would be very high. Now, I think that that is the least likely possible scenario, but it is a possible scenario, but I believe it's the least likely. It is also, for me, my worst case scenario would be that inflation runs high enough that the Fed has to raise rates. That's my worst possible scenario for 2025. I do not ever plan and invest for worst possible scenarios, because the worst possible scenario is also always the least likely scenario. So I will not do that. I think the risk of you selling out of the market to try to avoid a crash or a correction is going to lose you more money in the long run than sitting through the crash. The correction itself will lose you, because I am so incredibly bullish over the next several years with this new technological advancement and revolution with AI. I think AI is going to increase productivity. It's going to lower costs. It's going to increase corporate profits. It's going to affect and work its way into every single aspect of your life. You look back at the boom and the creation of the internet. The internet was a new technology that worked its way into every aspect of your life and every aspect of the economy. AI technology is also going to be a technology that works its way into every aspect of your life and every corner of the economy. I think that the risk with a deregulatory and a pro-growth environment, if inflation does not tick back up to a point where it's uncontrollable, if it doesn't, and you have this AI revolution, you could see a rally over the next several years, similar to what you saw in the late 90s. The late 90s, look at it. Just look at it. When was the last time you had a soft landing? When the Fed raised rates and you avoided a recession? When's the last time that happened? 94 into 95. What happened after 95 when the Fed avoided the recession? They pulled off a soft landing. You had this creation of the internet and this new technology that took markets higher for the next 5 years. Where are we now today? The Fed had to raise rates. They avoided a recession. They pulled off a soft landing. And here now we have a new technology that could potentially take us higher for the next few years. It's a very similar backdrop. Of course, then it ended with the dot-com bubble bursting, but that was 5 years later and hundreds of percent in gains later. It's very possible that if inflation does not tick back up, that you could have something like that happen over the next several years as AI matures and works its way into other areas of the economy, and all these different companies become more productive, become more efficient, and therefore become more profitable. And then you have earnings power and earnings growth that begins to exceed expectations. So I think the risk of selling out and missing that, I think that's a far greater risk than sitting, inflation ticks back up, and the markets pull back for a year. Because regardless, I'm bullish long term. So even if I stay invested and the markets go down more than I thought, I'm just going to buy more stuff. I'm not looking to sell stocks. I'm not looking for reasons to sell. I'm looking for reasons to buy. At the end of 2021, I very I guess infamously at this point with our members of True Trading Group, sold my long-term portfolio. Okay, I got rid of half of my positioning at the end of 2021 as the markets were near all-time highs, because I believed with incredibly high conviction, the highest conviction I've ever had in my life, that the markets were going to go down in 2022 as the Fed was forced to raise rates as inflation got out of control. That was the highest conviction trade I've ever had in my entire life. It worked out as the markets went down 30% in 2022, and we were able to take the profits in 21 and then recycle that money back in 30% lower on the S&P, and we rebought back all the same stocks that we loved. It ended up being an amazing return for us over the next several years as the markets went straight up in 23 and 24, gaining over 20% for back-to-back years. Gaining over 20% in back-to-back years for the S&P has only happened 9 times in the last 100 years. This was the 9th time in 100 years. Now you might say, well, what happened those other 9 times? Don't look for history to give you any hints about what's going to happen this year, because 4 out of the 8 times it's previously happened, 4 times the market went up higher the next year, 4 times the market went down the next year. So your odds are 50-50. You're just going to try to rely on history. But that's why you have True Trading Group. You don't have to just rely on history. You can rely on myself and 8 other professional traders and 10,000 members from 115 different countries to try to figure out what is the best thing that we can do with our money to make us money. Because at the end of the day, that is why we are all here. We're here to make money. I'm not here to talk to you about what I feel about the inauguration today or how cool Melania's hat was. I'm not here to talk to you about that. I don't want to hear your opinions about it either. I don't care who the hell you voted for. You don't care who the hell I voted for. I don't necessarily care about what the policies are going to be. All I care about is how we're going to make money from them. And that is all you should care about. That is exactly what we do inside of True Trading Group. And you shouldn't just take my word for it. You should actually listen to members themselves. Members of TTG, do me a favor. Type the number 1 if you guys are making money, if you're becoming better traders because of TTG. Go ahead and type the number 1 inside of chat right now. And anybody that's on this live stream, if you are not a member of True Trading Group, you should pay very close attention to how many people that you see type the number 1 right here on the side of the screen, because every single one of these people are your peers. They are your friends, your family members, your coworkers. If they can do this, then so can you. There is absolutely no reason why all these people, of which 82% of them have a full-time job, there's no reason why they can do this and you can't. Okay? So there you guys go. You can see all these people typing the number 1. You can see all these people typing the number 1. All right. And there you have it. This is what matters most. That's what matters. It doesn't matter how much money I make. It doesn't matter how much money the other mods make. I can tell you I made $10 million. If I told you I made $10 million, would that matter to you? What if I told you I made $1 bajillion? Would that matter? Because guess what? Not one of the bajillion is going to pay your bills. Not one. What matters is that our members actually make money. That's what matters. So as we get into 2025, I'm excited. Okay. I'm excited for 2025. I'm excited to give you guys this report. The futures market is continuing higher. You're now up 1.75% on the Russell. You're up 0.68 on the NASDAQ. You're up 0.6 on the S&P as the markets continue to move higher and continue to push. Way to go, Mitesh. Mitesh had their first green year last year. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that matters. You have a lot of people that joined your trading group. They've lost money in the past, so they couldn't figure it out in the past, and then they joined your trading group, and now all of a sudden they're sitting here telling you that they're actually making money. They're becoming consistently profitable traders, and that's, like I said, that is what matters most. Our members, we have a very high retention rate at TTG. The reason for that is that our members are successful. And, I want to just show you guys something real quick. I want to actually, people that are not members in True Trading Group, do me a favor. You guys are not members. Can you type the letters TTG? If you're not a member, just type the letters TTG real quick. I can see who's on here that I'm talking to that's not a member of True Trading Group. But if you're not a member, go ahead and type TTG for me, please. I just want to see what who we have here that's not part of the community before I go into kind of the stuff that I want to talk about next. So again, guys, go ahead and type TTG for those of you that are not part of the group. We got Todd, we got Gabriel, Bubba, Sebastine. Yes, go ahead, guys. Type TTG for those of you that are not part of the TTG fam. Excellent, cool. So a bunch of new faces here. It's Aaron. What's up? So here's one last question that I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask members. I'm going to get into trade ideas for tonight, we're trade ideas for the week. Rather, we'll get into trade ideas for the week, and we'll talk a little bit. Oh, Holloway, welcome back, Holloway. I haven't seen you on these live streams in a couple weeks. I hope you are well, and hope you're ready to get your butt inside of TTG this year. Pamela, Arnold, and Leonard, what's up to you as well? Glad to have you all here. So one last question I want to ask everyone that just typed TTG that says they're not a member. You have to ask yourself, like, a hypothetical. Let's pretend for a second you joined True Trading Group tonight. If you fast forward to January 20th, 2026, exactly 1 year later when your membership is set to expire, would you renew your annual membership or spend thousands of dollars to become a lifetime member if you lost money throughout the year? Probably not, right? So then why does, at a rate well into the 70th percentile of our members, do exactly that? And that's because our members are successful. The majority of them, not every single member is successful. We have 10,000 members. It's ridiculous to think that all 10,000 are going to be successful. It's not possible. But over 70% of our members stay with us when they join. I'll prove that to you real quick. Members of TTG, go ahead and type the number 2 if you've renewed your annual membership or you've upgraded to become a lifetime member of TTG. Type the number 2 if that is you. And the people that are not part of True Trading Group yet, ask yourself, what would you do? If you made a bunch of money throughout the course of the year, would you renew your membership? Well, probably. If you paid $1,000 for a membership for the whole year and then you made $18,000 throughout the year because of TTG, would you renew your membership? Probably. If you spent $1,000 and then you made $45,000 on the year, would you become a lifetime member of the community for a few $1,000? Probably. And then when you think about that, you start to understand why all of these people you see typing number 2, why they've become lifetime members or why they've renewed their annual membership. That's the reason why you should join True Trading Group. Not because I'm the world's greatest trader. I'm not. I'm a damn good one. I'm not the world's greatest. The moderators and I collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% for the last 5-6 years. We could keep track of every buy, every take profit, every stop out, every green, red, break even trade. It's all there for you guys to see, exactly from our trade executions on our brokerage account right up onto the TTG website. You guys get to see each and every single execution that we make. We're fully transparent. Anything you guys want to know, we're fully transparent and open at TTG. So for those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, I've actually got some really great news. And then we're going to get into some top trade ideas for the week. I've got a list of stocks that I'm focused on and a list of companies that I'm going to attack as early as tomorrow and to try to how I plan on making money this week. And some of them are some of our big mega cap tech names. I've got Amazon, Meta, Alphabet on the list. I've got some quantum computing stocks on the list. And I got a small cloud storage company that many of you may not be familiar with, but it's a company that's in my long-term portfolio that has a really great looking chart set up that I'm looking at for this week as well. Before I do that, I want to. I'm a rookie on trading. A member asked me to check it out. Why should I join? Aaron, you should join. The reason why I would say that you should join is not even an answer that I give. It's a response that our members give. Members of True Trading Group, one more time. If you guys have made money with TTG, type the number 1. So Aaron, just pay attention to the people that you see, type the number 1. That would be the reason why when somebody asks, why should I join True Trading Group? It's not going to be anything that I'm going to tell you. It's going to be what all of our members tell you. So members, if you guys have made money, if you're becoming better traders with TTG, type the number 1. So you want to know why you should join Aaron? That's the reason why. That's the reason why. Right there. It's the best. What other reason would there be? Honestly, what other reason would there be? Aaron, I was the noob of noobs. Siamese, I love you. I was the noob of news. The education mods videos are priceless. Yes. Yes. I love that. Guys, here's another question, kind of a follow-up, actually. Aside from just making money, how many of you have felt supported and empowered within TTG? Type the number 7. Type the number 7 if you feel like you've been empowered and you've been supported with TTG. Type the number 7. So again, type the number 7, TTG members. It's worth joining at least the annual for the education alone. Join because of integrity. Just reading some of you guys' comments. Thank you. I need support. Yeah, well, that's the thing about True Trading Group, right? We have over 30 person staff. You got 8 other professional traders or mods inside TTG other than myself. So you guys aren't just a number when you join True Trading Group. The moderators and I are with you each and every single day from pre-market to close. Even the people that know how to trade, pro traders that don't need courses, this is also for you. Trading is a pretty lonely game, right? And I always feel like when you're part of a group, it makes everybody better. I only have 2 eyes. I can only look at so many stocks at once. When you got thousands of members inside of a community that know what to look for, it's very rare that we ever miss a really big move in a particular stock. Always someone to answer any of your questions, says Paul. Yep. Ask him if he's been part of another group. Those of us that have been in other groups know this is the real deal. That is also very true. I've made trades thanks to other members' comments in chat. There you go. We've got some amazing traders in True Trading Group. It's not just about the mods. TG's been great education, exactly. Don't see ever leaving, says Prospector. That's what I'm talking about. See? This is what I'm saying. This is why people become lifetime members of the community. People become lifetime because they're like, this is the best place that I've ever been. It's the place that I want to stay. Listen, those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, I've got some really great news because, like I said to you guys a couple of live streams ago, we had got our hands on a couple of more laptops, and we were able to. We were hopeful that we were going to be able to get more of them, and hopefully this will become a little bit more of a more common thing because we only had one little batch, and we weren't sure we were going to be able to get more. And I'm still not sure if we're going to be able to get more from here. We haven't had them for months. But we were able to get our hands on 20 more laptops. We've already had 2 of them be taken before this live stream earlier today. So we're down to 18 of them now. So the next 18 people that join True Trading Group are actually going to get themselves a brand new free laptop. Okay, that comes with your membership. It's free. We cover the shipping. It's our gift to you for joining True Trading Group. You can use it to trade with, use it for work, give it to your kid for school, sell it on eBay, put the money back in your account. I don't care what you do with it. It's our gift to you. It's totally free. All you guys have to do is go to ttgoffer.com. You don't need to enter a coupon code. You guys will see every single thing on that page is included with your membership. I'm very impressed by the innovation in this platform and founders always looking for new tools to help us make more money. Exactly. Guys, I'm not kidding when I say to you that we're building a fintech trading platform for retail traders that could be the retail equivalent of a Bloomberg terminal. Bloomberg terminals give a ton. Okay, Bloomberg terminals give a ton of resources, tools, and data to professional traders that retail traders don't have access to. That gives them a massive edge over you. So we are building a platform that has tools, resources, and data like the Bloomberg terminal so that we have an edge and that our members have an edge over other retail traders. And they are now equipped with the tools and resources that the professionals on Wall Street are using to help make better decisions and increase their chances of making money. Education is good. Making money is what matters. It's exactly true, Aaron. That's exactly true. Making money is what matters. And one more time, members, type the number 1. If you guys are making money, becoming better traders with TTG, go ahead and type the number 1. So those of you that are not members, like I said, go to ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included. Okay. You guys will get a brand new free laptop. You guys are right now getting a 52% discount for those of you that are here with me on this live stream. The membership is usually over $2,000. You guys join tonight, you're only going to pay $1,047. That's it. $1,047. That's it for the entire year. There's no upsell for courses, there's no upsell for additional courses or anything that you see on that page. So you go to ttgoffer.com. Everything that's listed there is included for the $1,047. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed. You get the Trading View charting software, Trade Idea Scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, congressional trading data. Miss Nancy Pelosi just recently made some new trades that we can talk about here on this live stream, and you guys will be able to track all that information with some of this stuff here that we have in True Trading Group. You don't need to pay extra for these things, but yet some of you may already pay these other companies for their tools and resources. You don't have to anymore. We've got agreements with them that puts it on our platform. So when you join TTG, you don't have to pay for it. You just get it. We also offer you a double your money back guarantee. Okay, which is very simple. I believe very strongly in the platform that we've created and its ability to help you reach your goals. So much so that if you guys go through our platform and you guys go through our membership and you're still unable to make enough winning trades with us to equal what you've paid for the membership. So if you can't make the $1,047 membership fee at least one time, we don't just give you back $1,047. We give you back $2,094. That's double what you're paying to join. Now, we can do that because our refund rate is less than 2%, and our retention rate, like I told you before, is well over 70%. That's why we have no problem offering double your money back. If our refund rate was 12%, I wouldn't be able to give you guys double your money back. But since it's less than 2.5%, I could. All we ask is you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. You do those 3 things, and if you can't make enough winning trades to equal the 1047 at least once, we'll give you back $2,094 as our way of saying, sorry, we wasted your time. That's how we prove to you how serious we are about this platform that we've created and its ability to help you reach your goals. Now, I don't think you need the double your money back guarantee, but it's there for peace of mind. So again, guys, go to ttgoffer.com. You don't have to enter a coupon code, $1,047. That's it for the whole year. Everything on that page included, and you have the double your money back guarantee. Any questions, text us. 1-888-621-2127. Phone numbers right down there at the bottom of the screen. If you have any questions, 1-888-621-2127. Text that number. We'll answer any questions you have. You need help signing up, whatever it is. Also, listen carefully if you are one of the following people. If you are a trial member, if you are a previous trial member, or you are a previous annual member, and you want to come back home, you must text that phone number because you have to whitelist your email address to make sure you get the 1047 price point. Otherwise, you're paying a much higher price. So 1-888-621-2127. Text that number with any questions now. If you are one of the 4 people that signed up for the trial tonight, text us now. Otherwise, you're going to pay $1,497 if you join. I just want to be fully transparent with you. There are 4 people that have joined the trial since we've been on this live stream. If you are one of those 4 people, I just want you to be fully aware, and I want you to think I pulled a fast one on you. The 1047 price point is only for the people on this live stream, the next 18 people to be exact. If you go through the trial and then you decide this place is awesome, I want to join, and you're like, I'm ready to pay 1047, it's not going to be 1047. It's going to be $14.97. Now, if you're okay with paying $14.97, then by all means, enjoy your trial. But if you'd rather pay $10.47 instead of $14.97, text us right now, 1-888-621-2127. All right? Again, phone number's right there in the bottom of your screen. All right. And you'll know you're one of the next 18 people as long as you see that. See that laptop? It's the first item on the list. See that laptop? Limited time only, right? See that? That laptop, if you see it, oh, and there's the actual laptop itself. That's the actual laptop you guys are going to be getting. Okay, it comes in Microsoft Office 365 for the year. Again, it's free. You do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Sell it on eBay, put the money back in your account. Then there, you paid less than $1047. All right? Do whatever you want with it. Okay? But if you see the laptop on that page, that means you're one of the 18. If you don't, then that means that we have sold out of the laptops if the laptop is no longer visible on ttgoffer.com. And guys, we have to welcome Todd. Todd just joined. Everybody welcome Todd. 17 of these laptops now remain. Everybody welcome Todd. Todd, welcome, brother. Welcome to the TTG fam. Everybody welcome Todd. Newest member to the group. Todd. Welcome. Everybody welcome Todd. All right, so now there's only 17 left. They are first come, first serve. All right, so again, just text us with questions. All right, guys? Again, ttgoffer.com. All right, folks. With that, let's head on over to the charts. Let's talk about some trade ideas for the week. Let's go over how we're going to make some money this week. Now, there's really not a lot of economic data this week. It's a very quiet week for economic data. It's a quiet week for earnings. Big ones are Netflix, Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. ISRG was one of our picks in our 2024 stock market outlook report. So big shout out to all of my members that stashed this in the long-term portfolio. Thanks to the 2024 market outlook report. Was one of my top healthcare picks. And this stock has absolutely exploded to new all-time highs. Absolutely exploded to new all-time highs in 2024. Love what I'm seeing from this. So congratulations, all of you. But they have earnings this week. We'll see what those earnings do. But Netflix and ISRG earnings this week. So I'm not really, that's really it for the big ones. Let's talk about some individual names, how we're going to make some money. Let me first talk about the SPY. What I think you're going to see happen here from the SPY is I think this gap up tomorrow takes you into this resistance. And then once you get into this resistance, right, you push up into this resistance, and then I think it fails. Okay, so I think you're going to see something that looks like this on the overall markets to start the week. You kind of gap it up, push into resistance. And this resistance is, you guys can see, previously a level of support before the Fed meeting. And then after the Fed meeting, it broke, rallied back up. It became resistance, sold it off. Now you're pushing back into that region. I would expect this region to once again act as resistance as we push up into it. So I think that you might have a situation where the week might start off with a continuation of the Trump trade, and you see this gap up and this push higher with some tech stocks and some crypto-related stocks. And I think you run into resistance, and then I think you pull back from there. So those are my thoughts with regards to the overall market. The individual names that we are going to look at, first and foremost, is going to be Amazon. I think Amazon is probably the best looking Mag 7 stock out of all of them. When you look at charts, I think that Amazon's chart is better than Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft, Nvidia, Tesla. I think Amazon's chart is the best. I am the most bullish on Amazon and Meta this year out of the Mag 7. If you're looking for like outperformance from the Mag 7, I think that Amazon and Meta are the places to look. I actually think that Nvidia is susceptible to a pullback this year after having one of the greatest individual stock rallies that we have ever seen all time. I do think that Nvidia is susceptible to a pullback this year. And I think that Amazon and Meta will both outperform Nvidia. So we take a look at this chart. I look here and I say, you have an absolutely gorgeous bull flag, descending wedge, whatever you want to call it, against a previous all-time high pivot point that also found support at that dark blue line, which is the 50-day moving average. And now you are popping your head out and above this level. What I'm looking for here out of Amazon is something that looks like that. I'm looking for a breakout above this downtrend line. A retest of that line gives entry point confirmation, and then look for a push back up towards that prior all-time high. So we're going to look for Amazon to hold support in the mid 220s and make a move into the low 230s to test that all-time high this week. Then we're going to go right back over to Meta. Okay, Meta also has, whatever you want to call it, a bull flag or a wedge pattern, but this also is looking pretty good for a breakout to, again, also a new all-time high. Now, this candle, I think, is deceiving because you had a lot of volatility on Friday with the news of, is TikTok going to be banned? Is it not going to be banned? It then got banned, and then there's not going to be banned. There's a 90-day extension, and they're going to sell it, and it's going to come back online. And so Meta and was trading pretty wildly and volatilely based on what was going on with TikTok. So I think that candle's a little deceiving. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if you got a green candle tomorrow that looks just like this and kind of takes back a lot of that downward price action that you got last week. I think you could see a candle that looks something like this. And if you get that, I would look for Meta to try to make a push back up to retest the resistance of that all-time high. So that is Meta. Keeping it going with the theme here of the big mega caps this week, Alphabet. I think Alphabet also looks pretty good. Okay, I think Alphabet also looks pretty good. Now, Alphabet has this very, very strict double top at 201. It's as clear of a double top as you could possibly have. Strict double top there at 201. I do think that with Alphabet, I think Alphabet pushes into that area, and then you maybe find a little bit of resistance there. But I do think that we can try to make this a triple top, and I think that you see Alphabet to 200 this week. So we're looking at Amazon, Meta, and Alphabet. From there, a stock that many people might not be familiar with, but it is in my long-term portfolio, is a company called Pure Storage, PSTG. This company has done very, very well for us over the last several years. This was in my 2021 market outlook report, I think it was my 2021 market outlook report. I forgot what year this was in my long-term portfolio report, but you would own this stock if you've been a member for a few years. We have to welcome Jasper and Harry. We're down to 15 spots now. Jasper and Harry. Now there's only 15 laptops left. So again, guys, hurry up there. First come, first serve. 15 of those laptops now remain. Jasper and Harry. Go to ttgoffer.com, right? Go to ttgoffer.com. See the laptop, you're getting one. So let's go on here to the charts. And again, it's kind of, you had this little wedge, bull flag after earnings, whatever you want to call it. And then it looks like we're trying to break out of it. So you have a real clear resistance level here, right? Around 67 and a quarter, 67.50. And I just think, why not? Why not? So why not break out of this consolidation and move to retest prior all-time high, right? Now, this is a low volatility stock. It's also a low volume stock. I don't know if I end up taking this trade. I will be focusing on Amazon most tomorrow, Meta and Alphabet second, Pure Storage probably third or fourth on my focus list. Tanya, welcome. 14 spots left. I already welcome Tanya. There's 14 spots left now, guys, for these laptops. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Text us 1-888-621-2127 right down there at the bottom of your screen. Guys, don't forget, you have a double your money back guarantee when you join. Okay? It's very simple. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. If you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $1,047 membership fee, we will give you back $2,094. I'm on the way home. How do I know I'm getting the laptop? So here's two things, Randy. One, you'll know you're getting the laptop if you see it on ttgoffer.com. So like right now, I mean, if you're driving, maybe don't look at the web page, but if you were to pull up ttgoffer.com, when you look at the list of things you get included with your membership, the very first one is a picture of a laptop and an explanation of you getting the laptop. But they are limited for tonight only. Okay. So there's 14 of them left currently. Once the 14 are gone, meaning 14 more people join, the laptop will no longer be on that page. So when you go to ttgoffer.com, if you see the laptop, great, you're getting it. If you don't, that means we've sold out. But if you want, Randy, we can help you right now. If you are able to send a text message so that we can kind of get you started to at least kind of secure that for you, you can send a text message to 1-888-621-2127. Again, that's 1-888-621-2127. Randy, the phone number is at the bottom of your screen. If you text that number right now, Randy, we can get you hooked up and we can start to help you out to make sure that you do lock in one of those free laptops. It's a great little gift. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a great gift. I think it's nice for you guys to, this way you guys, if you have an old laptop with a bunch of viruses on it, at least now you get a fresh, clean laptop. You guys can trade on it uninterrupted. It's not going to crash on you in the middle of a trade or anything like that. Or give it to your kid for school or sell it on eBay and put the money back in your account, and then you paid a lot less than $1047 for your membership. All right. All right. So like I said, I did welcome Tanya, 14 of those spots left. All right. So that's Pure Storage. And then last but not least, I'm still going back to short these quantum names. My idea for the last week or so has been, short on these. The last 2 weeks has been short on the quantum names. And I just think there's more downside on these names. I think that Rigetti does something like this. I'm looking for Rigetti to go back to like $8. That's RGTI. So RGTI, we're going to look for a break underneath. Okay. So what we're going to do here with RGTI is a break under like 980, break 980, then use that $10 resistance level as a stop and look to fill the gap to 9, but eventually break that 9 gap and continue lower. Better lock in. If you got the money, you won't regret it. Yeah. So Kayla, I agree with you. Better lock it in. If you got the money, I won't regret it. But I would also lock it in. Guys, we also do have financing options if you need them. So you can use PayPal credit and you can pay PayPal the $1,047 interest free for the next 6 months. You can pay it off over 6 months if you guys use PayPal credit. We also do accept Klarna. If you want to go with like an afterpay route, you guys can go ahead and look at Klarna. We do accept Klarna and PayPal credit as payment options if you guys need some financing and you don't want to pay the $1,047 all at once. You guys can sign up through PayPal credit or through Klarna. All right. Again, folks, any questions, if you need any help signing up, if you're unsure about something, just send a text message. We got a whole team standing by to answer anything you guys want to know. 1-888-621-2127. All right, so I'm still looking at shorts there on Rigetti, RGTI, and all of them. Like I just QUBT, QBTS, LAES. I just think that all these stocks continue to go lower. The stock I like the best out of all the quantum related names, is IONQ. In my opinion, out of all these quantum stocks, this is the only legitimate company with a legitimate business, something you can actually call a business. It's just too early, in my opinion, for any type of sustainability in this quantum space. Right now, all of these computers that they're talking about building are all, theory and are not yet actually completed, working, and functional. So I'm bullish on quantum long term. But these stocks, I think I said this weeks ago, and these stocks have come off 40, 50, 60% off their highs since then. But I said it weeks ago that I was like, this is a typical speculative bubble on these names. The bubble's going to pop. The stock's going to come crashing back down. And then years from now, you'll see which one of them actually blossoms into a bona fide and legitimate business. It's such a typical speculative bubble. It's like the absolute textbook example of, if you guys have ever seen the Tulip Mania chart, it is the absolute epitome of the Tulip Mania chart. And one of the ways that I knew that this bubble was about to pop was because I actually, every year I go to the doctor, I get blood work done, I just go my levels checked and everything. And I went and I got my levels and my blood work and everything checked from my doctor. And then he knows what I do for a living. And the guy asked me, he's like, hey, you heard of this stock IONQ? What do you think about it? He's like, I bought some around $32. What do you think? And I was like, oh, Jesus. I was like, all right, here you go. All right, now here comes a potential top. And just a couple weeks later, you get this massive drop on IONQ. But that drop on IONQ is the smallest drop out of all the others, like QMCO. This is absolutely brutal. Bloodbath. LAES, bloodbath. RGTI, bloodbath. QUBT, disaster. QBTS, joke. These are not good companies. I don't plan on owning any of them in my long-term portfolio other than IONQ. IONQ is the quantum name that I will have in my long-term portfolio at some time. Right now is not that time. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. So there you guys have it. There are my top trade ideas for the week. You guys know how we're going to plan on making money this week. It's a short week. Let's make it count. Today was a holiday. Hope you guys enjoyed the extra day off. Right? Right? This would be my 5th group in 3 years. If I'm willing to listen, do I have a chance? Chris, not just are you willing to listen, do you have a chance? Okay. Chris, so many members, and Paral, I'll answer that question in a moment because your calculation is not correct. And it's also wasn't a final take profit. I'm still in it. But I'll go over this with you with that Wells Fargo trade. But I will ask you this. Okay. I will ask you this. Okay. So Chris says this will be my 5th group in 3 years. If I'm willing to listen, do I have a chance? Well, instead of me saying yes or no, I'll let members answer the question. Do you have a chance? Do you have a chance to make money? Members, type the number 1 if you're making money and you guys are becoming better traders. Just type the number 1. And Chris, you watch their answers. Don't listen to me. Listen to members. And then you determine if you think you've got a shot. You determine you think you have a chance. All right. Oh, wow. Never mind. Never mind, guys. Forget about it. Chris just joined. Everybody, welcome, Chris. Never mind, everybody. Never mind. Chris just joined. That means there's 13 of these laptops left. Everybody, Chris just joined. Okay, 13 laptops left. 13 laptops left. Everybody, welcome, Chris. All right, everybody, welcome, Chris. Guys, again, ttgoffer.com. Any questions, just text us. Say you're a heck of a salesman. Hope your program is as good. Chris, our program is way better than I am a salesman. I'm actually not a good salesman. It just, our members sell the membership for us. I don't need to do anything up here. I tell you my trade ideas. I answer questions. I tell you my analysis. But our members are the ones that tell you to join. Honestly. Our members tell you to join. And that's how it should be. You know, our members are our biggest form of marketing, just so you guys understand. We don't spend hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars on marketing like a lot of our competitors. Our marketing are our members, because our members, if they're successful, they tell people. Like Aaron. Aaron, you're here today on this live stream. You said because a member told you to check us out. That's how we get members. That's how we've grown to 10,000 members in 115 different countries. And the reason we have a retention rate into the 70s is because our members actually have success. Trust me, I'm a far better trader than I am a salesman. I promise you that. So if you're impressed with my sales ability, just wait, okay? Because I'm a far better trader than I am a salesman. But our members are the ones that do the selling for us. Like what? Members, guys, do me a favor. If you're a member and you've ever recommended True Trading Group to anybody, you told your friends, your family, your coworkers, you told a complete stranger to check us out, type the number 3. Type the number 3. Dino says, since I joined, I've made crazy amount of money. That's great, Dino. I don't know what crazy amount of money is, but crazy amount sounds like a really good number. So congratulations to you. But look at how many people typed the number 3, right? This is why True Trading Group has grown. This is why True Trading Group received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. This is why we were recognized by the NASDAQ. It's because people are recognizing what we are doing for retail trading and they're seeing the success that our members are having. Chris, I tried several others too. When I found TTD, I stopped looking. Consistent, and I know how to analyze the trades. Consistency is key. A lot of you, probably every single one of you on here, have made money at some point trading, but the problem is keeping it, and the problem is making it consistently. That is what we strive for at True Trading Group, is to gain a consistent result. Once you get a consistent result, it's just a matter of scale. One option contract becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 6, becomes 8, becomes 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 50, right? 10 shares become 25, become 50, become 100, become 250, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. It's just a matter of scale once you get a consistent result. This is all the stuff that we will work with you guys inside of True Trading Group. Because of TTG, I am now a career trader, and I just got my Series 65 license, so not just a trader. TTG gave me a career, brother. Wow, Lewis, congratulations, brother. I did not know that. Lewis is a phenomenal dude. Lewis, I hope you're down in Mexico still, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Mexico or Dominican Republic? I forgot. I know you're somewhere warm, and I'm very jealous of you because it's cold as shit in New Jersey right now. So I'm very jealous of you. I hope you're enjoying, and you probably went for a walk on the beach today. So I envy you. I got my brother a year membership for an early Christmas gift last year. Look at that. Siamese Sia. I love to see that. Dad, Punta Cana, DR. See, I knew it. I knew you were somewhere warm. I knew you were somewhere warm. Lewis, congratulations, though, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Soak up that sun. Enjoy it. I recommended it to my brother. He's making now even more money than me, says Marion. But this is the point that I'm making, right? Oh, we got to welcome John. I'm sorry, I missed that. We got to welcome John, guys. John was a trial member, now joined as a full-time member. Now we're down to just 12 laptops, so these are going quick. Everybody welcome John. 12 laptops now remain. Again, guys, ttgoffer.com. All right, TT offer. Lewis says, thanks to you, bro. Nah, man. Lewis, it's you, man. You have busted your ass. I know how much time, energy, and effort, Lewis, that you have put into this, and you are just reaping the rewards of the effort that you've put into this. And all I do is share with you guys what I have learned. I was very fortunate. I didn't have to watch YouTube videos to learn this. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. My very first job at a college was learning how to do this the proper way. All I do is share with you my education, my experience of 18 years doing this. I teach you how I go about my day and how I find what it is I'm looking for. You guys are more than welcome to follow my trades and the moderator trades if you want. But my real goal is for you guys to be able to identify and execute profitable trades on your own, because that's when you'll start to realize your full potential. Recommended it to my son-in-law. He joined, and now he's a lifetime member. Nice, Clay. Nice. See, family that trades together stays together. So there you guys go. Again, ttgoffer.com. Guys, again, I want to remind you, all of our members, the 2025 Stock Market Outlook Report is finished. We are opening main chat right now. Main chat is open right now. Go in there. Adam's going to give you guys the link to download the Stock Market Outlook Report for 2025. We have to welcome Daniel. Daniel just joined. Now we're down to 11 of these laptops. Now we're down to 11. Everybody welcome Daniel. Daniel, I missed that. I really enjoyed that time period of damn Daniels. 11 of these laptops now remain. Okay, the are first come first serve. Go to ttgoffer.com. You got the double your money back guarantee for peace of mind. I don't think you need it, but it's there. And you got the laptop. You guys come on in, text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. You know, we're going to skip the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway tomorrow. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't kill me. I know you guys are going to be angry with me, but I want to get the Stock Market Outlook Report out to our members so that they can read it and process it before tomorrow. So if they want to act on some stuff, they can do so. I don't want to give it to them too late. Okay, so to respect the time of our members, I'm going to end the live stream here. We're going to head into the main chat. All of our members go inside main chat. Okay, go inside main chat. All right, main chat is open right now, and we will give you the Stock Market Outlook Report for 2025. Welcome to all of our new members. I think it's going to be a record-breaking year for us at TTG. I think we're going to have a lot of personal bests inside of 2025 because of the tools and resources that we are adding to this platform, the AI technology that is improving our trading performance. This is what this is all about. This is what your trading group is all about. This is what being part of this family and this platform is all about. I look forward to what I think is going to be a record-breaking year. So go to ttgoffer.com. Make sure you get one of those laptops. Text us with questions. Otherwise, smash the like button, show some love, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Don't miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys. Members, again, get your butt on into main chat. I'll see you guys in a minute. Take care.